She spent decades helping immigrants, then ICE picked her up.
When they detained me, they didn't look at my ID. They didn't even ask for my documents. I offered it to them. They would not.
Meenu Batra had lived in the United States for decades. She worked as a court interpreter in the Texas immigration system. Then, during a work trip, everything changed. She was stopped at an airport and detained by U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement. Meenu was held for 45 days in an ICE detention facility far from her family and community. She's a mother of 4 U.S. citizens. One of them serves in the U.S. Army.
Everybody had to hold on to their own plans and projects and just come here and figure out what to do, how to help mom. And that was very, very painful.
Meenu came to the US as a refugee in 1991 after her parents were killed in anti-Sikh violence in India. Years later, a judge allowed her to live and work in the country. In 2000, she was granted what's called withholding of removal, meaning she could not be deported to India and was allowed to stay in the US. But authorities now acted on an old deportation order. Her lawyer says she tried to explain her legal status. It did not matter.
And when she said no, like I got a grant from a judge, I have permission to live and work here. They said no, that doesn't mean you have permission to live here forever. They literally took her and basically placed her in an unmarked vehicle.
She was taken into detention anyway. Inside, she says medical care was limited.
You have to deal with your psychological trauma and the physical ailment, whatever issues you had physically, because there's not much medical help inside.
Her case is not the only one. Immigration enforcement in the US often focuses on Latino communities, but cases like Meenu's are changing that. Arrests of Asian immigrants by ICE have almost tripled, rising from under 700 in 2024 to nearly 2,000 in 2025. Indian nationals are now the second largest group affected after Chinese nationals.
We've heard from such a wide range of people who are also legally in the United States. So it's not just the undocumented populations that are walking around with concerns and fears about their right to pursue remedies here to remain.
Advocates say this is changing how people see immigration enforcement in the U.S. In a statement, ICE told DW, illegal aliens who receive these type of orders can still be detained and removed to a third country. Meenu says many in her community stay silent about cases like hers.
Because how our community is very good at sweeping things under the rug. But I know that I am not the only one. I might be the only one who's talking about it. Perhaps I'm providing safe space for people to come out and reach out.